All right, guys, we need to talk about Cardano again. It's ready to take the next big step, and that is Chain Hard Fork, the part two of it. And this will be almost true, complete decentralized governance. Now, remember, back in part one, a couple of months ago, they destroyed the Genesis keys, so that no one has the God keys. But now the full voting should actually take effect. Now, Hard Fork part two is going to take form all throughout November. So it should be done by year's end. And what's new in part two? Well, let's look at Emergo explain it on their own website. So from Emergo's own website, there's 5 things. The first is empowering community voices, delegate and representative voting. The second phase of Cardano's Chang hard fork will introduce delegate representative or DREP voting. DREP voting is different from SPO voting, which is the second part, which is kind of like the voting from the stake pools. So you can delegate to DREPs and SPOs, and they both have different amounts of power, obviously. So DREPs will serve as one of the 3 primary governing bodies in Cardano's future governance structure, providing a mechanism for community-driven decision-making. Once fully integrated, DREPs will have the authority to vote on proposals and governance actions submitted by the Cardano community. This makes their role essential for representing the voice of ADA holders on the network. Registration to become a DREP is currently open. A one-time deposit of 500 ADA is required to obtain an on-chain DREP certificate. So if you want to become a DREP, you have to deposit and lock in 500 ADA. This is obviously good for ADA holders, as if a lot of people want to become DREPs, a lot of ADA is going to be deposited. However, your DREP voting power is not based on this 500 ADA. It is based on how many people will delegate their ADA to you as a DREP. So you will actually need to talk with the community as well, interact with investors, and get their Cardano to actually back you to have power. Maybe you can offer some kind of reward, but I'm not really sure. So the second is SPO, and these are stake pools. So a key upgrade in Chang Part 2 will be SPO, stake pool operator voting. As a core governing body on the Cardano network, SPOs represent the community segment that supports the network's infrastructure. With this update, SPOs can soon leverage the ADA delegated to their pools as voting power, so you can delegate to SPOs as well. This means they, like DREPs, can vote to approve or reject community proposed governance actions, helping shape Cardano's future. Obviously, you're going to need ADA to establish the pool, and you're going to need people to delegate their ADA to your pool by giving them like staking rewards or other incentives, or maybe just promises to vote things their way. So they're going to have to interact with the people, and obviously the people that vote certain members' way will actually get those people's ADA. So that's DREPs and SPOs. The third thing is governing actions. A key feature of Cardano's decentralized governance model is governing actions, proposals anyone in the Cardano community can submit. However, you will need to lock in Cardano to submit them. You do not lose that ADA once it's actually submitted and it's voted on. Regardless if it's pass or fail, you get your Cardano back. But it will actually basically make people hold Cardano if they want to make proposals, which will obviously, lock Cardano in, which is good for the investors. Governing actions are essential to Cardano's transition to decentralized future. These actions are subject to vote by stake pool operators, delegate representatives, ensuring that decisions reflect the Cardano community's vision. Through these mechanisms, Cardano is truly placing control in the hands of ADA holders, further strengthening its decentralized governance framework. For governing actions to be impactful, they require a budget, and Chang Part 2 will introduce a treasury withdrawal system tied to successful votes. When the Cardano community approves a governing action, funding will be allocated directly from Cardano's treasury to bring these initiatives to life. This mechanism enables ADA holders to actively shape how treasury funds promote network growth. Rather than merely serving as suggestions, these governing actions become actionable, community-driven projects with dedicated resources for execution. In this way, Cardano's treasury becomes a vital tool for realizing the community's vision and expanding the network. So that's pretty cool. All three of these things, whether it's DREPs, SPOs, or governing actions, they do require people to have Cardano, which will lock Cardano in people's wallets, and people won't want to sell all their Cardano. And treasury withdrawals will have to have votes as well. And they're going to also expand the constitutional committee, broadening representation in the Cardano governance. That's to do with the constitution. Now, how this affects Cardano holders, obviously, like I said, it does require people to hold Cardano to vote for these things. So that's a big plus for Cardano holders, obviously. But otherwise, it actually facilitates participating within the community, and I do think Cardano's performance will actually do better as these things get implemented, because like SPOs, DREPs, and other people will actually want to hold some Cardano instead of sell it all. And ADA has outperformed the market today, but not by all that much. I do think we'll see better price action from Cardano, although like a major pump will still depend on Bitcoin pumping overall. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.